Thank you. I thank the gentleman from New Jersey for yielding some time to me today, obviously on the eve of the March for Life. And let me follow up with what my co-chairman has said. You know, it's been 46 years since Roe v. Wade, a generation and a half. And there is no question that there have been incredibly significant scientific advances in that time, advances that make the humanity of the in utero child clear, and that we have to revisit. The fact is that science has now put to shame the idea that life developing within the womb is merely a, quote, clump of cells. Well, I could describe any of us as a clump of cells, too. I mean, I guess technically that's what we are, but science now has gone deeper and allows us to show exactly what's happening and when a human being exists. So let's ask ourselves, who exactly is human? Because it's an important question, because if you're human, you're entitled to human rights, and those rights are guaranteed under our Constitution. It's a critically important question. When is someone human? Now, science has answered that pretty clearly. At the moment of conception, when a sperm cell from a human, joins together with a sperm cell, with an egg cell from a human, a new human life begins, absolutely unique. How do we know that? Well, in those 46 years since Roe v. Wade has been promulgated, we actually have Nobel Prizes for DNA, describing DNA and genetics. We know that at that moment, a unique human being has been formed with unique DNA. We know, my gosh, anybody who watches NCIS knows that. Anybody who opens a high school textbook knows that. When are we going to figure it out? Because at conception, a new member of the Homo sapiens species, that's what it is. Let's talk scientific, why not? Verifiable by uniquely human DNA. From the moment of conception, any test on that life will show it's uniquely human. Nothing else. It's not a little chicken, it's not a little frog, it's not a little cat, it's not a little dog. It's a small human being. And because of that, exactly at this point, we have to insist on that human being's protection under the law. This fact is not radical, it's not religious, it's bluntly, clearly, unarguably scientific. Because over the course of a human's development in the womb, there is no what we call ontological change, that is, no change in the nature of that human being. The only thing that changes is the change in the size. That's the only difference. But despite being further along in development, adults are certainly no more human than adolescents. Adolescents no more human than middle schoolers no more human than kindergartners no more human than toddlers no more human than babies, and babies no more human than that in utero human being. We can't allow the convenience and politics of abortion to obscure science. Humans in the womb deserve rights because they are uniquely human. They deserve human rights. The science empowers us, and may the Lord, who is the author of all creation, encourage us today on the eve of the March for Life. In the words of the prophet Isaiah, those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not be faint. So tomorrow, let us march and not lose heart for the sake of all the little hearts that are beginning to beat at 22 days after conception, who require our advocacy. We must advocate for a reconsideration of Roe v. Wade as soon as possible to allow us to protect all these human lives. And I yield back.